the percussion. Yeah, boy. Hi sneakies, it's me, Fifi, and I'm back again today with part 3 of my King Cobra Patreon June requests. Just want to remind everyone that all of these marathons, these King Cobra compilations, I don't really know what to call these mixes, you can always go and find them in my King Cobra playlist on my channel, and yeah, I'm super excited. Let's just go. Disclaimer, I don't like to react with captions on as I find them distracting. I like to concentrate on the music, and the music production is what I like to comment on the most. When I'm looking at the words at the bottom of the screen, I'm missing parts of the song, their vocals, and I'm missing parts of the MV and choreo. I'll read the lyrics later in my own time. Okay, let's go. First up today, we have King Cobra Mel's request. Shouts to Mel. Thank you so much for being a King Cobra Snaky. And the first thing that Mel has requested is Size GANJI featuring Jessi performance video. I've actually had a few requests for this, so I'm super excited. Let's go.
GANJI.
Oh.
I got gratitude and attitude.
Of course.
GANJI.
I should have expected this.
I got gratitude and attitude.
Hey, this beat.
몸에 꽉 잡아. 달려 너도 신나게 달려 꽉 붙잡아. 닭껌이지 침착해 될 길이. 음악할 때만
I like how shot. Hey, switched it up. Hey.
난 불어할 시간을 잡아. 맨발이 땀 나도록 개발. 징징거리거나 난 타점하지 말고 아이템 잘 들리는
Whoa, performance. That was so cool. It's delivery there as well. Hey, hey.
I got gratitude.
This guy is iconic.
GANJI.
Not the lean back, not the climb. Hey, this makes me want to go for his delivery here as well. He's changed his flow and his delivery so many times. Here she goes.
I ain't gotta try, it's just my 타고난 건지. 시집도 안 갔는데 look at my body. 보통 사람보다 많이야. Only queen breezes with mimosas at the money. Nobody at my back, look now that I'm back, you don't want no smoke though. Money bag, bitch. We can break that bro code. Hot it for the shows and their clothes, they tryna pay me. Don't see eye to eye, you just some bitch tryna delay me.
Wow.
Hate me.
Whoa, this is so well done.
These bitches try to buy me like they got the rabies. 엄마는 다 하랬지, just go. 아빠는 다 하지 말래, I said no.
Hey.
My attitude and gratitude from my bro. You got a problem, kiss my asshole.
Come on. I knew she was gonna do that.
I got gratitude and attitude. GANJI.
The attitude is sus.
I got gratitude and attitude. 강약 중강약, 강약 중강약. 밀당을 잘해야 간지가 나요.
Brush that shoulder.
중강약,
Hey.
강약 중강약.
Hey.
잘해야 간지가 나요.
Why should she stick her bunda out at the end then? Oh, Jessi. That was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have expected. That's exactly what you'd expect. That's exactly what I expected to get, and that is exactly what I got. I absolutely loved it. Let me talk about the beat first. The beat was ridiculous. I love that. Like, I love loops like that and sounds like that. Sometimes it can get repetitive for people, but I'm personally a fan of that sort of sound. I don't know, it makes songs quite easy to listen to, but also catch it at the same time. And that beat change, I absolutely love that beat change. When did the beat change happen? I can't remember. You know the beat change I mean. I just love the beat in general, like the boom, like the actual sound of the percussion. Ty's flow in this was absolutely fantastic, and his delivery, he was constantly changing his flow and his delivery. I said this when I did my marathon, my MV marathon, where I sort of caught up on all his MVs and stuff. I said that I feel like he doesn't, obviously there is a comical side to his music and his stuff, and he's funny, he can be very, very funny, but he's also very, very talented. He's a very, very talented man, and not just when it comes to dancing, evidently when it comes to rapping as well. Like, I think if people just stop looking at the humorous side for a minute and just actually looked how good he is, like the way he was constantly switching his flow there and his delivery, absolutely fantastic. And of course when Jessi comes in, every time, without fail, she never disappoints. Loved the choreo as well, loved how the video was shot, very, very cleverly done, the transitions, everything, loved it. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next thing that Mel has requested is some ENT. Now, I've reacted, wait, it was recently, ENT was in something recently, but I've never checked out any of her like solo stuff. I've heard of her, I've seen her around, I feel like she's everywhere. She's on like so many features and I just feel like I see her everywhere, but I've never actually listened to any of her like tracks, her solo stuff. So yeah, let's go. ENT, Dark Room, let's go. Ooh, ooh, bloom, 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 bloom. The percussion. Love her. Ooh. She's so good. This beat. The beat. Woo! Dun, dun. Ooh! What's that sound in the back? I can't work out what that is.
Just spit it out. Magam baka para masha deba dakwan dachi nane Simon Sara. Just living like you, but I'm living like her. Do that's what the guns that's what the daughter. Do just do nagam shimon kick him out just to make a win and watching it with time second.
Yo! She is a beast! Oh, I love that. No, no, no. This part, the synths in the back. That break. Yo! Hey! That Bryson as well. Oh. Boom! Boom! Oh, there it is. Yo, I love her so much. Nah, because I'm about to be obsessed with this girl. Are you kidding me? First of all, the instrumental, the beat itself was absolutely fantastic. Those synths, the bloom, bloom, those little sounds at the beginning, and the percussion in the beginning, could you hear the details? Oh my god, then that brightness in the chorus, that dun, dun. I couldn't get the timing quite right, but you know what I mean. Also, there was a sound in the back where it's like, I couldn't work out what it was. I couldn't work out what it was exactly. It could have been voice manipulation, it could have been synth, it could have been guitar. I couldn't work it out, but I absolutely loved that sound in the back. You guys know I love subtle sounds like that. I kind of wish maybe it was a little bit more prominent just so that I could tell what it was, but I absolutely loved it. And I just loved how the chorus kind of just dropped. Yo, enough about the instrumental though. GANJI, she is so good. Like, she is so good in every area and every aspect, bro. She is such a good rapper. She's such a good rapper. Like, next level. Her tone, like her natural tone, just has this deep, almost husky tone to it. Kind of similar to Jessi in a sense where there's no need to sort of stylize their voice in a certain way in order to stand out. That's just their natural voice. Similarly to, I feel like, Mumpia as well, NCL. They have more sort of like a natural sort of husky, deeper tone. I feel like as well, especially in the Korean music industry and the K-pop industry, it used to annoy me a lot, but I feel like I've adjusted to it now, is sometimes female rappers have this almost nasally, squeaky, I call it like a baby tone. I can't really explain it. It's very, very common in K-pop especially. And it took me a while to adjust to that, but I definitely do lean towards this tone a lot more. Her flow is impeccable, her delivery, she just keeps going and going and going. And I just love how she was grooving along, and I love the visuals. Oh, I'm gonna be obsessed. I love her. Thank you so much for requesting those for me, Mel. Thank you for being a King Cobra Snaky. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have King Cobra Robin's request. Shout outs to you, Robin. Thank you so much for being a King Cobra Snaky. And this month Robin has requested some NIve. I'm really, really excited for this. I actually don't really know anything about NIve. The first MV that Robin has requested is I'm Alive. Let's go. Like, I have no idea what to expect. Very exciting. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. His vocals. Oh, he has like a timeless voice. Ooh. Is that him? Ooh. Love that. Ooh, ad-libs. Is that him? Love the ad-libs. The piano. Love that melody. Love that. It's in the ad-libs though. Oh shit. Finally, I feel alive. I'm alive. Sorry if you can hear my dog walking around, guys. You know the deal. That was very, very enjoyable. His voice was fantastic. I said it at the start. Immediately, I just said his voice is timeless. He has one of those voices that you would have heard in some rock and roll in the 50s, in some blues in the 40s, one of those voices you would have heard on some soft rock, folk rock in the 60s, one of those voices you would have heard in some soul and classic rock in the 70s. He's got one of those voices that you'd have heard in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, you know what I mean? He just has one of those timeless voices. He almost had a bit of a squeaky nasally tone, a little bit like, what's the guy from Maroon 5? What's the guy from Maroon 5? I actually prefer his voice over the guy from Maroon 5, because I feel like the guy from Adam Levine. His voice can be a little bit annoying, but this guy had like the perfect amount of that sort of nasaliness, that grittiness to his voice. I'd love to hear him cover some like classic rock, some like Led Zeppelin, something like that. I don't know, he'd sound absolutely fantastic. Or some like some folk rock music, maybe something like America. Well, I don't know. Yeah, he sounds absolutely fantastic. The song itself was very, very epic and very well written. I'm not talking about the lyrics, I'm talking about like the melodies. Specifically, what I like, love that part in the chorus. That's gonna get stuck in my head for days. But specifically the ad-libs. When I say how a song is written and composed, you've got to remember, so someone's writing all those. I don't know if he's involved in writing or not. Probably, maybe, but you've got to remember, someone is writing all those ad-libs that go on in the back. Not everything has to be with words in the main part of the song. Someone is coming up with those ad-libs, and to me, that's the most incredible part about songwriting, because you guys know I love ad-libs. They're so important. They add so much to a song. I know I repeat myself all the time, but I'm so adamant on how important they are, and that song right there was such a great example, because those ad-libs all throughout were absolutely stunning, and with his type of voice as well in the back, those moments in the back, very nice. And I was sucked in by the MV. I love the visuals. It was very, very cool. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so Robin has also requested NIve's Escape MV. Let's go. I wonder if it's gonna have a similar sound, or if it's gonna be something different. I like to do something a little bit more soulful, as in smooth. Okay. His voice is bonkers, honestly. Oh. Ooh. Fancy him. Yoo-hoo. Mama. This was giving me Queen. Love that tambourine. That passion in his voice as well. Emotion. Here come the ad-libs again. What people coming in band. Did you hear that ad-lib? Na na na! Yo, I'm obsessed with this ad-lib. What's that, listen, bro?
I gotta escape from this town. I gotta escape. I gotta escape. I gotta escape from this town. I gotta escape. I gotta escape. I gotta escape from this town. I gotta
The
escape.
harmonies, the layers, and the ad-libs is...
I gotta escape.
Ooh, no!
I gotta escape. I gotta escape.
This man is just...
I gotta escape. I gotta escape. I gotta escape from this town. I gotta escape. I gotta escape from this town. 가끔은 도망쳐도 돼. What other people say. It don't really mean a thing. You're the right away. 오늘은 날 찾지마.
Woo! The electric guitar in the back. The ad-libs. I don't know if that's the run he did, but very impressive. We can have it on. This guy is just oozing talent. His voice, I can't get over how fucking incredibly good his voice is. It's just so natural as well. He has so much soul in his voice. He sounds almost like an old soul, which kind of goes with what I was saying about his voice being timeless. I don't believe in reincarnation, but if it's real, I feel like he's been a singer a few times over. You can just hear it. It's like an old voice. I can't explain it. The similar sound to the previous one, I would have liked to have heard something a little bit different, because even though while I enjoyed it, this isn't really a sound that I personally put on and choose to listen to. Whilst it's still very, very enjoyable and it's great, it's just not something that I put on and listen to a lot. There's definitely this epic feel to it. It's more of like a, I can't explain it. It's more sort of just cinematic. It reminds me of like adverts and stuff. It's just not something I'd put on and listen to chill. But it was still fantastic either way. I think I might have preferred this one a little bit more musically, just in terms of instrumentation and stuff. I think maybe just a little bit. The ad-libs again, bro, I am obsessed with this man and his ad-libs. Did you hear those ad-libs? He even ended it on an ad-lib. It was insane. It was mental. I really, really enjoyed him. I really, really like him. I don't know if all of his songs sound like that. Even if they do, even though it's not my type of genre, I feel like I'd still check out more of his stuff because he's just so fucking talented. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for requesting those, Robin. Thank you for being a King Cobra Snakey. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have King Cobra Rich B. Rich B, shouts to you. Thank you so much for being a King Cobra Snakey. And of course, this month, guess what Rich B has requested? Some KARD. And this time we have some subunit tracks and MVs. And first up we have INFERNO, which is BM and J.seph. How do you pronounce J.seph? J.seph, like that. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's go. INFERNO MV. I think this is an anthem. Ooh, we're going to the east. To the east. J.seph is really grown up as a rapper. I feel like I didn't notice him at first, but hey! This guy's energy is just unmatched. Hey, yeah, you get in an alleyway. Ooh. Hey. Hey.
think it's just my check right though.
Hey! Hey! I love seeing it just grooving. Hey! So much fun. What a drop! J.seph. Hey! BM! 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 Yo, their shows must be excellent. Yo! Why did it just turn into a wolf? I love that. That was brilliant. That went hard. The beat itself was absolutely fantastic. I loved the drop in the chorus. I like how I thought it was going to speed up and the tempo, the rhythm was going to pick up. However, it went the opposite and it kind of slowed down. And I like that. Like that always just sounds so epic. I love that. I loved how they were just dancing and grooving as well in the alleys, in the streets. That shit was fantastic. Made me want to get up and dance. Also, I say this all the time, but my favorite type of choreo is, of course, I like choreographed stuff, but sometimes I just really love seeing like idols or just artists, performers just vibing, you know, just doing their thing. I also just want to say as well, I feel like when first reacting to KARD, or when first discovering KARD or noticing KARD, I feel like sometimes because their music is quite in your face in terms of instrumental, in terms of choreo, their styling, everything's quite in your face, and sometimes it can be a little distracting. Whilst it's very enjoyable, sometimes you can lose their talents a little bit. It gets lost within the music and the visuals, and it's only until a little bit late, that this is my personal experience, it's only until a little bit later on, once you get used to all the loudness, not just the music, the visuals, everything, they are a very sort of in-your-face kind of group. Once you get used to that and you start sort of noticing the way they rap, the way they sing, the way they dance more, like it's such an awakening to see how fucking talented they are. Like their rapping in that was fucking fantastic. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so Rich P has requested KARD's Enemy. Now we have the girlies. I feel like the girlies are my bias. I feel like I lean more towards the girlies. I think the great thing about having a co-ed group is that you don't have to choose, but if you had to choose, are you girlies or are you boys? Let me know in the comments. I think I lean a little bit more towards the girlies. It's so fucking badass. The energy is just, woo, let's go.
You make it so hard on me.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Love those voice chops. Ooh, love that. They're gonna do it again. Oh. Woo! I love it. Enemy, and I like that she went lower. The key change. See, they're just coming with a different type of energy rap. Woo! Love that. Oh, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Love that. That was absolutely fantastic. I swear to God, I'm telling you, the girl has just come with a different energy, bro. That was fantastic. I love the instrument, the beat itself. It was kind of a little bit of a fusion of sounds. You had the sort of trap drop, EDM drop in the chorus, but you also had sort of like a poppy sort of sound as well, especially during the pre-chorus. They came through, bro, with the vocals and the rapping and the choreo. They popped the fuck off. I love that. Super catchy. I just want to party. I just want to party. I just want to party with all of them, all four of them. Okay? I said this, they just had a comeback. You saw my reaction. You saw my reaction to their comeback. I said what I said. Let me in, bruh. Let me into KARD. Let me into KARD. Please. I beg you. I love both of those. They're fucking epic. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Rich B, for being a King Cobra Snaky. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so next up we're heading back to Tracy's request. I don't know if you guys saw we did one of Tracy's last week, but we're back because I split it up because it just worked better this way. So shout outs to you again, Tracy. Thank you for being a King Cobra Snaky. And Tracy has requested some Xiso. Funnily enough, Xiso has actually seen some of my reactions, which is kind of hilarious to me. And we exchanged some emojis over on Instagram. But I have not heard any of his solo music. How terrible is that? So this is going to be my first time actually checking him out. We've exchanged emojis, but I've never heard his music. This is going to be the first time. Anywho, let's go. She's all poppy. Let's go. Dum, 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 dum. Ooh.
내 맘에 베인 너의 작은 습관들 버릇까지도
Ooh, the layers.
내 방을 채워가는 너의 물건들 우리
Love how
사진을
silent
가져와
influence.
잠있던 모습이 예뻐서 Don't wanna
That really makes it.
I wanna start with you 지워지지 않는 흔적들
Ooh.
마음에 새겨줘 붉은색 꽃잎들 너는 내게 불러 너무 아름다워 이슬로 샤워 더 젖어드는 중 너에게 너의 마음 You're my little flower
Even the vocals in the background. Melodies.
잠들기 전에 하는 많은 대화들 잠버릇까지도 내 품 안에서 나를 올려다보며 나는 두손까지도 잠있던 모습이 예뻐서 Tell me what you want I'll do anything for you 조금씩 피어나는 감정들을 내 몸에 새겨줘 붉은색 꽃잎들 너는 내게 불러 너무 아름다워
two different kinds of guitar. Yeah, that was very much my type of song. I love that. I love the R&B vibes. I love how smooth it was. I love the instrumentation. I love how the song sort of gradually built up. I love the guitars in the start and the guitars in the end that came there. Especially the two different types of sounds of guitar. You had the ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding. But you also had that sort of guitar as well. Like I just love that. I love the layering of instruments like that. His voice. Very nice sweet tone. You guys know I love me a nice sweet soft tone like that. It's just so easy to listen to. The melodies, there was some really nice harmonies going on in the back, very smooth. The synths that came in the chorus, I absolutely loved everything about that. It's a shame I'm only just hearing it now. Shout outs to you, Tracy. Thank you for finally requesting this for me and giving me the chance to check him out. I've got nothing else left to say. That is the end of part 4. I will see you for part 5, which will also be up today if you're watching today on the day. Yeah, that's it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you didn't like it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, I love you. I love you. Gonna find me Instagram, guys. Gonna find me Twitter. And yeah, goodbye.
Oh.